This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Scott Dennis has the day off. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, the loss of a Hollywood legend. Carrie Fisher passed away today after suffering a heart attack last week as she was flying from London to Los Angeles. The 60-year-old rose to fame with her role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars series. ABC's Lauren Lister has a look back at Fisher's life.
Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons.
Best known as the iconic Princess Leia in Star Wars, actress Carrie Fisher passing away today, but leaving behind an unforgettable legacy.
Carrie Fisher was Princess Leia, and Princess Leia was our first real great sci-fi heroine. Before her, there really was no one else.
Born Hollywood royalty, Fisher was the daughter of movie star Debbie Reynolds and singer Eddie Fisher. At 17, she starred in Shampoo, and 2 years later became known to the world, starring opposite Harrison Ford in the original Star Wars trilogy, a role she reprised in 2015's new installment, The Force Awakens.
May the Force be with you.
In between, she appeared in movies like When Harry Met Sally. More than an actress, Fisher was an accomplished writer, penning books including the 1987 novel Postcards from the Edge, which she adapted into a movie.
Carrie Fisher was a noted script doctor. She became one of those go-to people to fix a script, most notably to add humor.
Off-screen, over the years, Fisher opened up about her personal struggles with drug addiction and bipolar disorder.
Losing your mind, which is what happened, is a terrible thing. But once it's gone, it's fine.
She was briefly married to singer Paul Simon in the 80s and had a daughter in the 90s with Hollywood agent Brian Lord. Fisher was known for her eccentricity and humor and had said that her Star Wars role was the one she could never shake.
And then when people say to you, this, I get, Princess Leia, like I'm supposed to go, yes.
And Hollywood reacting today. Stars like Whoopi Goldberg tweeting Fisher was funnier and smarter than anyone had the right to be. Disney CEO Bob Iger calling her one of a kind. Her Star Wars co-star Mark Hamill tweeting that he is devastated. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And Star Wars fans all across the country and here on the Suncoast are mourning the loss of Carrie Fisher with never-ending tributes on social media. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo joins us now with how fans are responding to this news. Dwayne.
Well, Haley, Star Wars fans span generations, from those who fell in love with Princess Leia back in 1977 to young children experiencing the space adventures for the first time with a brand new movie in the franchise Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It's been almost 2 weeks since the public got to see Rogue One for the first time, and as expected, it's breaking records. The film is soaring past the $5 million mark at the worldwide box office. During the 4-day holiday weekend, Rogue One raked in $96 million. Retailers are also cashing in on the Star Wars popularity, with toys and merchandise everywhere you turn this Christmas. We spoke to a few fans on the Suncoast watching Rogue One today about the life and sudden loss of Carrie Fisher.
When I was younger, many years ago, I got to wear my hair like Princess Leia, so she was kind of iconic in that role and really was a wonderful actress, and she'll be missed for her artistry and her contribution that she made to film.
She was a good actress. She did a lot for us, and she had a very hard life, and I'm very sad to hear that she's gone.
Now, Fisher also starred in other cult classic movies such as When Harry Met Sally and The Blues Brothers. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Dwayne. You might remember Carrie Fisher recently made a special trip to the Suncoast to share her personal struggles with mental illness. In April of 2013, the actress spoke at the Sarasota Opera House about her ongoing battle with bipolar disorder for more than 2 decades. More than 60 million Americans struggle with mental illness. During that particular event, Fisher did not do on-camera interviews, but her openness about her personal issues helped shed a light on the problem. And turning now to local headlines, the Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are searching for the person who shot and killed a man at a Bradenton bar early Monday morning. Deputies were called to the El Paisano bar on 15th Street East in Onico for reports of a shooting at 2:30 a.m. At the scene, they found 20-year-old Jose Armando Alonso Lopez. He was rushed to Blake Medical Center where he died in emergency surgery. The prime suspect is 25-year-old Carlos Valdovinos Aguirre, Aguirre. The bar's owner did not want to go on camera, but tells us over the years they have added additional security, including surveillance cameras. The neighborhood of Onico alone has seen 7 homicides since the first of the year. Some nearby business owners tell us they feel safe in the neighborhood, while others say these sorts of incidents are all too common.
It was not that astounding just because there's so much going on around here.
The area is not that bad. We don't have any kind of problem with the area. So we have a lot of people, good people, nice people working around and working very hard.
If you have any information on this case, you are asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. This weekend, many will be celebrating big, ringing in the new year. It is the holiday with the most arrests for suspected drinking and driving across the U.S. That's why local law enforcement officers are encouraging you to drive sober or get pulled over. ABC7's Jacqueline Matter shows us what deputies will be watching out for.
If you've traveled over I-75 this past weekend, then you've seen it. It's the influx of people flocking to the Suncoast for the holidays, meaning more people on the roads and more hazards when it comes to driving.
There's tons of drivers on the road, not just typical drivers, but more families.
That's why the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is joining in on the national Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign that kicked off last week, all in hopes of saving lives. The campaign is aimed at traffic violations, distracted driving, and drawing attention to drunk driving, so you'll think of other options when it comes to a safe ride home.
Consider hiring, a driving company, whether it's an Uber or a Lyft or a local cab company, or better yet, stay home and celebrate in the safety of your own home.
Last year, Perez says there were more than 800 deaths nationwide in December related to drunk driving, which is something she says they take very seriously. Just yesterday, within an hour and a half of patrolling, deputies reported 42 traffic violations, 23 traffic warnings, and even 1 DUI arrest. And while you may see those increases of patrol cars, she says they're simply trying to keep both residents and travelers safe as they kick off the new year. The campaign ends January 1st. In Sarasota County, Jacqueline Matter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And another option for those going out and celebrating on New Year's Eve, AAA will be once again offering tow-to-go on Saturday. A AAA tow truck will take you and your car home safely for free, and you don't have to be a AAA member. Starting next year, drivers in 7 states, including Florida, will be paying a little more at the pump. In 2017, Florida's new gas tax rate will increase by less than a penny per gallon to 36.7 cents per gallon. The tax hikes are a result of the state trying to balance budgets for road construction and maintenance. Over the holidays, gas prices were slightly up due to more people on the roads and a higher gas demand. But now, AAA expects prices to level out.
Hopefully, it will stabilize out. The demand goes way down. So just because OPEC isn't producing as much doesn't mean the price is going to spike. We just won't have the demand at that time.
Right now, the average price for a gallon of gas in Florida is $2.30, which is close to the national average. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to John, who's in for Bob tonight.
Thanks, Haley. What a beautiful day it was, too. I mean, just gorgeous. It wasn't quite as hot as it was yesterday, but there was still plenty of sunshine around. We had a nice little westerly breeze that helped cool things down, and the skies were just pristine to start the day. And we had a few fair weather clouds building along the coastline, but really it was inland where the cloud action was happening. That was caused by that little bit of a sea breeze front building and producing some scattered showers, mostly east of the interstate. I think some of those showers may try to work their way closer to the coastline as we progress through the next couple hours, but they'll generally die out before ever making it to the interstate. Total rainfall amounts were not all that great. What about the next couple of days? Well, it's going to feature a major cool down. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, John. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now. And Richard, a very quiet start to this short week on Wall Street.
Haley, you're exactly right, but we've certainly had quite a ride leading up to this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average has been up for 7 weeks in a row. Yes, I said 7 weeks in a row. Today, the Dow was in plus territory all day long, although the high of the day was only plus 46. But that did take us to 19,980. That was the high of the day, just 20 points shy of Dow 20,000. Will we do it? Just going to have to tune in and see. Let's take a look at the numbers as we closed out the day today. There you see the Dow closed at 19,945.04, a gain of just over 11 points, a measly 0.06%, but at least a gain on light volume of 598 million shares. Our record closed for the NASDAQ, up 24 3/4 points, 45/100%, closing at 5,487.44. That on also light volume of 1,339 million shares. And the S&P makes it a clean sweep for the up arrows, up 5 points, just over 0.2%, closing at 2,268.88. Well, 2016 is just about in the record books. I thought it might be a good time to visit the 30 stocks that make up the Dow Jones Industrial Average and see which ones have done the best and, sadly, which ones have done the worst. The best performer year to date in the Dow Jones Industrial Average is Caterpillar. Yes, Caterpillar up 38.8%, followed very closely by United Health at 38.7%, and Goldman Sachs, which has been very strong since the election year to date, up 34.4%. The booby prize, the worst performer in the Dow, is Nike. Nike down year to date more than 17%. Then followed by Coca-Cola, which was down 3.1%, and then Disney, which, although higher for the year, up a whopping 0.1%. Disney was the laggard, the third worst performer in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And Haley, if all years were as good as 2016, we'd have a lot of very happy investors out there.
We would be pretty lucky, yes.
ma'am.
And Richard, are we expecting a pretty quiet week overall for the rest of the week?
I think so. An awful lot of people take this week off. Again, it's a 4-day week. Not too much going on, a little bit of tax selling, but in general, guess what? When you least expect it, you may have a busy day, but looks like it'll be quiet.
And maybe even next week, too, because another holiday on next Monday for New Year's.
Absolutely right.
All right. Thank you, Richard. And still to come on your Suncoast News, fights at malls from coast to coast, why police think these brawls may have been organized. And ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, later in Health Smart, tricks of the trade, how surgeons stay focused in the OR for hours at a time.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
It's a day for the men in our lives. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, our gadget guru comes by with some cool new finds for the new year, plus products that are taking off on crowdfunding. A men's fashion show focuses on how to look hot, hip, and happening at any age. Plus, a renowned jazz session becomes known as the $1 Million Quartet. We'll preview.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair, Tindall, author of Mozart in the Jungle, on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts, 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why CARRIE is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Violence erupts at malls from coast to coast, forcing people into action on one of the busiest shopping days of the year. Chaos and commotion like inside more than a dozen malls, most caught on cell phone cameras as you see here. In New Jersey, panicked shoppers fleeing for the exits at Jersey Gardens Mall after a loud noise during a food court fight was mistaken for gunfire. And at this Tennessee mall, police say 3 people were injured when fireworks were set off inside a store. While in several states, police are now investigating if social media was used to plan large disturbances.
There was something that was going around on social media about a fight that was going to take place here at the town center of Aurora, which is what drew all of these people who were up to no good to our mall.
Dozens were arrested all across the country, most for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, but thankfully no serious injuries. Construction surrounding a shopping mall on the Sun Coast is moving right along. Renovations are underway at Westfield Southgate Mall in Sarasota. The steel is now up and the structure is coming to life. The fences have also been moved in so customers can now drive around the center. Plans call for a redesigned entrance and 3 new restaurants: a Connor's Steak and Seafood, a Bravo Brio concept restaurant, a Naples Flatbread, which will probably be the first to open.
This center has been here for a number of years and in a number of different incarnations, but right now we're going more with the restaurant and the entertainment with the shopping as well. It's going to be a great mix.
Also new at Southgate Mall, free valet is available between Macy's and Cine Bistro. It is a beautiful mall, the way it's set up with all the light coming in.
Yes.
It's very walkable. So
Yes.
I hope that they can salvage it because I really like shopping there if I can.
They must have a master plan because they're dumping a ton of money into it.
It's not cheap to do all that construction.
Sure
That's
isn't.
true.
And boy, it's just really rolling right along. I mean, you really see it day to day almost.
Yeah,
you see it grow.
pops up, right.
It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. My wife and I are looking forward to it.
Right.
It's going to be
Me
fun.
too. Me too.
I'm looking forward to some chillier weather, actually, to tell you the truth.
So am I. I need it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are ready for, a little taste of winter. And the good thing is that with this taste coming our way, it's not going to last all that long. So we'll have a couple of days of some really, well, some people will call it chilly weather, I guess, and then we'll bounce right back. Check it out. Temperatures a little bit cooler today than they were 24 hours ago. Plenty of sunshine out there, 76 degrees the air temperature. We have a west wind now. That west wind, that kind of helped keep our temperatures down just a little bit. The big ridge of high pressure, which brought us such warm temperatures for a couple of days, sunk a little bit further to the south now. It's kind of lightened up our winds a little bit. It's allowed for our deep blue skies, and it's given the opportunity for sea breeze to form in the afternoon. I think the same sort of thing is going to hold true again tomorrow. Around the region, 77 in Mayaca, Arcadia at 76, 79 in Northport. Venice comes in at 78. We have 74 degrees, Longboat Key, 79 degrees in Bradenton, and Parrish comes in at 79 as well. Pretty nice day, all in all, on the Sun Coast. On the other coast, it's been kind of a wet, sloppy day. They've had a lot of rain showers, kind of persistent, all the way from about Sebastian all the way down through Fort Pierce, Palm City, West Palm Beach into Miami. Had some showers due to kind of an onshore flow meeting with the sea breeze fronts, and so that hasn't really moved all that much, and we had some pretty good rainfall totals there. We, on the other hand, have had some sea breeze front showers building in inland areas, and we too are not seeing a whole lot of movement with these showers, but our total rainfall amounts have not been all that great. If you take a look at the reflectivity or the velocity on our radar imagery, you can kind of just really pick out where the sea breeze front moved, and it's pretty far inland actually, thank you to the light general wind flows. Last couple of days we've had a very strong easterly wind and hasn't allowed for that sea breeze to form all that much. You take a look at the deep south, and the big showers that moved in on Atlanta have dissipated before really creating any much of a problem there. So that's not an issue with that airport hub, and our other airport hubs look fine as well in the Carolinas. That frontal boundary, by the way, is not the one that's going to do it for us. You look back to the west and you see a lot of especially high terrain snowfall, impressive amounts in the higher terrains. That's cold Canadian air sinking southward, encountering that onshore flow of moisture producing the snow showers, and it's part of a frontal system that will gradually sink in our direction. A lot of sunshine for you this evening as you head out the door, maybe to grab a bite to eat, and the sun is setting. You'll see a beautiful blue sky followed by a pretty starry sky tonight as well. Now, back to the west. A cold front exiting out of the northwest, moving into the plains by this afternoon, is the one that we'll be watching pretty carefully. That front sinking southward will eventually team up with this front, push through here with a chance of rain showers. So I got to tell you, best rain chance is going to be further to the north. So as that front moves through here, probably not much more than about a 20% chance of showers for us Thursday night. That front moves through here on Friday, and boy, the cold air just drains in. But it won't take long for our winds to shift and things to warm back up. So we'll wait for those cooler temperatures to arrive on Friday, when we'll have about a 20-degree drop in our daytime high temperatures compared to what we saw yesterday. Northeast wind shifting to the northwest at about 10 knots by tomorrow afternoon as the sea breeze once again develops. We'll have about a 20% chance of an overnight Thursday shower into Friday morning. It'll be breezy on Friday as that cold air sinks south. And New Year's for us looks pretty darn nice with temperatures comfortable and skies clear. Haley?
Like the sounds of that. Thank you, John. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. There is an accident in Manatee County. It's on Cortez Road at 43rd Street. You may want to be careful in that area. And in health news tonight, insurers hiked premiums for Obamacare benchmark plans, an average of 25% for 2017. But a new S&P Global Ratings analysis is calling that a one-time pricing correction. The analysis says insurers have started closing the large losses that prompted the hikes. And S&P expects the rate request for 2018 will be well below this year's level. But S&P did not take into account the impact of Donald Trump's vow to repeal Obamacare next month. Have you ever wondered how surgeons stay focused in the operating room for hours on end, especially transplant surgeons who perform very lengthy procedures? The Wall Street Journal interviewed surgeons at Montefiore Einstein Center for Transplantation in New York, and each had their own tricks of the trade. Most did say, however, that they get into the zone in the OR and they are hyper-focused since the work they do is highly specialized. Some say they rely on relaxing music, a shot of espresso, compression stockings, and comfortable shoes. Others say working out and yoga also help relieve some tension. You may have heard of having a fear of missing out, or FOMO. It can strike, of course, at any time of the year, but many feel it strongly during the holidays. You may be staying home or working while others are rocking around the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree or ringing in the new year aside the Eiffel Tower. To keep from feeling envious, don't try to live your life vicariously through other people's social media posts. Counselors say take a closer look at your own blessings. Savor your in-person connections instead of waiting for others to react to what you post online. Very good lesson for all of us. Coming up, a dog trapped inside a burning car, how a good Samaritan was able to get the family pet out safely. Plus, a big seal causing big problems, how this marine mammal caused thousands of dollars in damage. That's straight ahead.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency.
We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us. At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Cheetahs, the world's fastest land animals, are racing toward extinction. Those are the findings of a recent study published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Scientists say only about 7,100 cheetahs remain in the world. Cheetahs have lost 91% of their historic habitat that once included areas throughout Africa and Southwest Asia. The study suggests securing protected land for cheetahs is not enough because they don't typically stay within conservation areas. A family's car in Asheville, North Carolina caught on fire while they were inside a restaurant, and their dog was trapped inside. But fortunately, an animal lover was in the right place at the right time. This cell phone video shows the Hilton's car going up in flames. We saw that video just a few seconds ago as the fire department arrives on the scene. Debbie Hilton says her biggest concern wasn't the car itself, but Abby, the family dog that was trapped inside. Fortunately, Chad Reitner was in town for Christmas and happened to see the smoke and the pup and knew exactly what to do.
We walk out here and his car was on fire, and I remember seeing the dog in there, so my first instinct was I just grabbed my pocket knife and started smashing windows, and I tried to reach the dog through the first window and he wouldn't come out. So I just started smashing windows, and all of a sudden he ran out of the back window and took off.
The Hiltons now believe wiring caught on fire, sparking the fire, but they are just grateful that strangers stepped in just in time, and Abby is okay. We'll take a look at this enormous seal. According to police in Tasmania, Australia, the animal, nicknamed Mr. Lucille, caused a ruckus when he wandered into the neighborhood and climbed on top of a Toyota. After causing thousands of dollars in damage, as you see here, he took a nap in the driveway. Parks and wildlife officers captured the seal while he was sleeping, and he will be released back into the wild after a medical evaluation. And still to come on your Suncoast News, crops in very bad shape on the Suncoast. How some local farms are being impacted by a lot of heat and a little rain. That's coming up next.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in teamwork and building trust.
We believe every cloud has a silver lining.
We believe in treating everyone with respect.
We believe in community involvement.
We believe every person has a story.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine. Whee!
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.